Hey guys, today I wanted to show you my key lime trees grown from seed. This will be episode 1 of Grow Everything here on my channel. First of all, this was a $1 bag of key limes from a local citrus growers market. They were all very small. I wasn't sure if the seeds would actually be viable or not. Turns out almost 100% of them were. And like most tutorials on YouTube, I see a lot of people say, oh, there's a plane, wonderful. What you have to do is take the seed, peel off the outer membrane, and then that helps it to germinate faster. It'll usually germinate in like 10 days instead of what would normally be a month. All I did with these is I just soaked them in warm water overnight, and what that did is it gorged the membrane on the outside of the seed, and that made it so that the water can actually get to the center of the seed. It can actually get to the germ that is held in the seed. And as you can see, within, I believe it was 2 weeks, all of these popped up. And they look beautiful now. Now the cool thing about citrus is, a lot of people say you can't grow it from seed because it will not be true. And that is not true in every case. In fact, here's something I have to show you. Okay, here's one of my key lime seedlings, and as you may be able to tell, there are 2 growing heads on this, and I've marked it as poly. Now I'm going to explain this in a second. Now the reason I marked this as poly is because this seed is polyembryonic, and what that means is that there's certain tissue within the actual seed that will grow from sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. In this case, in most polyembryonics, both those embryos will grow. And right here what I have is a situation in which that happened. Generally, in polyembryony, I think maybe that's the term, the tallest one is most likely to be the clone of the parent. So you will get exactly the same fruit. And that would be the asexual embryo. And then the smaller one would be a different variety. You wouldn't be able to tell what that name variety is. So, this one is polyembryonic. About 1/3 of these seeds were polyembryonic, which was good. Here's an example of one that is not polyembryonic, so I have no idea what this one will end up like. But, you know, it's still the fun of growing it. I like to see things grow, so, you know. In terms of feeding these young citrus trees, I started the seeds right off with only compost tea. I did not use anything else. I used a basic compost tea comprised of, I believe it was molasses, a cow manure compost, and water. That's it. And it worked beautifully. It struck the seeds extremely quickly. The roots went down. And now I have 16 beautiful little trees, and I'm just so impressed and excited. I cannot wait for these to fruit. And the cool thing about key limes is that they're supposed to fruit in only 2 years, so this could be really awesome. Now, in terms of growing mediums for these for these key lime trees, I just used I believe it was Stay Green potting mix. Just cheapo stuff from Home Depot, anything like that. And they seem to have taken well just in that, you know. There's no extra perlite or, vermiculite. Yeah, that's the other one. And they did fine. I mean, they're growing very healthy, bright green. And these were in a seed starting tray, like a little greenhouse one, up on our kitchen window initially. So, yeah, they were enclosed in a warm area to get them to germinate. I will overlay pictures into the video. They were probably, I would say the ideal temperature for germinating these is anywhere between 70 and 85 degrees, because that's about how warm my miniature greenhouse was for these the entire time. And these have done really well. And I believe in the Stay Green potting mix there is a slight amount of slow release fertilizer. I think it's at up to 9 months of feeding from it. So yeah, that should work well. And then the compost tea with its bacteria is going to help to feed the roots the nutrients that are in the fertilizer. So they should do great. I'm very, very excited. Cannot wait. I know I've said that numerous times, but it's so cool to finally figure out how many things can actually be grown from seed.